Are you ready for the weekend? Us are going to be ready. Premier League, La Liga, League One, Serie A. We give you the odds as it is. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit on the subscription button, like and share the video for sure. It's all about predictions and odds. And as you watch the game, you need to also make something part of the game. Your losses and your wins are we are not responsible. With me is Sami and Ima, and we'll be taking you through predictions of various matches coming on in Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, League One, and hey, where we deem it necessary that you will get something out of the game. And for sure, if you just join us, let's see your opinions and suggestions. Last week we made a video about it as well, but then go and check the previous week one. Asami, Premier League this weekend is full of excitement. I can't believe it. But then here we are not going to talk much into the games or how big the games are. We are concentrating on what? The odds. First game or early kickoff of the Premier League is going to be Newcastle United versus Manchester City.
It's a straight win for Manchester City. Newcastle, on the other hand, have not had a good season so far. So I see it over 2.5 and also Manchester City win.
Yeah, I think I will second what Sammy said. I see a straight win for Manchester City. Erling Haaland will be on the scoreline, so you can just take Manchester City to win. Anytime goal scorer, Erling Haaland.
Manchester City straight win with Erling Haaland to score. Arsenal versus Leicester City. Ima, being an Arsenal fan, don't put your heart on it too. Be professional.
Leicester is coming from the championship and, they've not had quite a good start. Form, I think they are slight favorites in this game. Arsenal win and probably they will keep a clean sheet, so maybe a 2-0 win or 3-0 win for Arsenal. But there's no way Arsenal will concede in this game. It's a clean sheet for Arsenal.
Arsenal win over 2.5.
Arsenal will win this game as well. They've already lost some points in the Premier League, and they won't want to lose points again. Leicester City that didn't start the league very well, and Arsenal will not want to concede as they've already lost some points in the Premier League. So I also think Arsenal straight win. Brentford versus West Ham United, London Derby.
It's actually a very tricky match, but following the way West Ham has been playing for the past games, I'll actually go over 1.5 for both teams.
Both teams to score because losing in the Premier League against Chelsea and go to Anfield to also lose against Liverpool. I think they wouldn't want to lose in the third consecutive time. Both teams to score.
Chelsea against Brighton, Hove Albion rather, not Crystal Palace. I think you had it wrong.
Yeah, Chelsea against Brighton.
Yeah, and Chelsea are playing at home, so
yeah,
it's a very difficult game. I see Chelsea losing this game, but maybe to be a 2-1 or 1-0, not like that huge margin. Maybe a 2-1 or 3-2 in favor of Brighton and Hove Albion. So for me, I'll if I'm taking this bet, I'll go for a double chance for Brighton and Hove Albion. Yeah, a double chance for Brighton to be safe because I don't see Chelsea winning this game. So Brighton Hove Albion double chance here. I don't know, Sabi.
Okay, so this game is going to be Chelsea win over 1.5.
Chelsea to win with 2 goals. Chelsea will score 2 goals in the match, so maybe over 1.5 for Chelsea. Everton, Crystal Palace.
I feel like Crystal Palace will win this game. Yeah, they will win this game. For me, I don't see Everton putting up a fight. Crystal Palace win. Anytime goal scorer, Berechi Eze.
It's a tricky one. Very tricky because looking at the way both teams are playing, it can even happen to be a draw. But then it's better to go on the side of Crystal Palace or draw for Crystal Palace.
Both teams to score. And Nottingham Forest, Fulham, another cracker.
The last game, Nottingham Forest Ipswich ended in 0-0. This one is against Fulham. I think they all would like to show their teeth. So I see both teams scoring.
Fulham, from last season up to this season, I'm giving them win or draw. I'm giving them double chance. And Saturday last, we have Wolves Liverpool.
I think it's going to be an easy win for Liverpool. And also, to make it more interesting, you can go for Salah to score.
Liverpool is winning this game maybe with a 3-0 scoreline or 3-1 scoreline. But for me, anytime goal scorer, I go for Luis Diaz. He's in top form.
Liverpool straight win with 1.5 goals because I know they can score more than one goal in the game. On Sunday, Premier League fixture, we have Ipswich Town versus Aston Villa.
Yeah, so I think Aston Villa would actually go and win, but in order to be on the safer side, because Ipswich Town are very stubborn, you should go Aston Villa or draw.
Yeah, I'll go for a straight win for Aston Villa. And anytime goal scorer, John Duran, watch out for that guy. Whenever he comes in, he scores. So if you want to stick Aston Villa win and John Duran to score, yeah.
For me, I think Aston Villa in the beginning of the few games, Aston Villa have not actually lived up to my expectations. So I think for both teams to score for me because they've given a lot of chances away or their defensive line in Premier League. So both teams to score for me. Then the battle of the battle, the Super Sunday, Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah, this is the game that will like speed up the sack of Eric Ten Hag. So I see Tottenham winning this game. After this game, if he loses this game, he has one more game, then they will sack him. This is not a prophecy. This is what I've seen. When he loses this game on Sunday, their next game, if he draws or loses again, Ten Hag will be gone. That's how I see it. So for me, Ash Postecoglou will go to Old Trafford and get a win. Tottenham to win. That's all. That's all I can say. I'm not adding anything to it. Just go for Tottenham win. That's all.
Yeah, I also
I
think
mean,
this game is going to be very interesting because both teams are not sharp. None of these teams look like they can win the game. Either ways, Manchester have a slight advantage because they are playing at Old Trafford, especially looking at what they did against FC20. They would like to appease the fans, so I see United winning. And if not, if you want to be on the safest of saves, you can just go on both teams to score because both teams have really poor defense. And I think they will leak and there will be goals from both ends. So both teams to score will be the safest bet.
for me, looking at Tottenham Hotspurs in Old Trafford, their history, Tottenham Hotspurs have been doing really, really well. They have been really doing very well. So for me, I'll give double chance to Tottenham, a win or draw for sure. And that is the end of Premier League for sure. We move to La Liga. La Liga of all La Liga. Premier League has been absolutely massive, but then La Liga is also where we get a lot of us from. And if you just join us, still remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and probably giving you this time to time and every weekend for sure, including maybe if we have time, we'll give you Champions League as well because Champions League for there is sure bet. Saturday, we have Getafe Deportivo Alaves. They just lost against Real Madrid in their last game.
And Getafe too lost against Barcelona in their last game. That was yesterday. They are all
Yeah,
coming
that
from
was
big
yesterday.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, I think watching Barcelona against Getafe, they put up a fight. I was impressed with their performance. Though Deportivo Alaves also came in to get two goals after Madrid took a lead 3-0 at the Bernabeu. It's going to be a difficult game, but Getafe playing at home, I'll give you Getafe double chance in this game. Yeah, yeah, Getafe double chance.
Yeah, when you come to La Liga, when these teams face each other, it's also a different ball game altogether. Especially facing the big teams is very different. Getafe has the physique, and they have that winning mentality, especially in their home. So I'll go for Getafe win and over 1.5.
For me, one thing about Spanish La Liga is when I'm not sure about the teams, I go for goals. And so for me, match, I'm going for over 2.5. Yeah, over 2.5.
No, we are doing the
Sevilla,
Saturday then.
Valladolid, Mallorca, Friday they are playing, so we should
Yeah, we
escape
should
it
just
here.
add it to the Saturday games. No, 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 we
Yeah.
should
Yeah,
add
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah,
So
because we will
so
put
just
a
that's why I
just
game.
just
Yeah, before
so
the games.
in order to just have simple bets, just go both teams to score or
team to
both
score.
teams to score or win or draw for Mallorca.
Yeah, I think I also go
Well,
for a double chance for Mallorca, a win or draw for Mallorca. Yeah, I don't see Valladolid winning this game, so to be safe, I think go for Mallorca double chance.
yeah, like I said, for me, I'm going for over 1.5
Mhm.
totally in the game, over 1.5.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a game that I think Rayo will score. Rayo Vallecano will win this game. For Leganese, I don't know. I feel like this game is a win for Rayo Vallecano. Them playing at home. they will get the 3 points. Yeah. It's a straight win for Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah, I also go for 1 point over 1.5 to be safe.
And I think I'll go for under 2.5 in first half. And then Real Sociedad versus Valencia. Real Sociedad versus Valencia.
Yeah,
So
but
for me, I'll yeah. So for
yeah, for me, I also go for Real Sociedad to win either half. They can win the first half or either the first or the second half. So Real Sociedad to win either half. Yeah, just to be safe because it looks like a very difficult game.
The game actually can end in a draw, but then I see both teams scoring. That would be very simple. Both teams to score.
then Osasuna, Barcelona.
I feel like this game is the first game that Barcelona will drop some points. I don't know, but it doesn't look that good. But to be safe, I'll give Barcelona a double chance. A win or draw for Barcelona, yeah. There's no way they are losing,
Uh,
but they might drop points. So maybe a draw for them or a win. Yeah, so for lose, I'm not sure. So to be safe, just go
I think I will always go for Barcelona with
Barcelona win, straight win.
Lamine Yamal assisting.
Okay.
Yeah, so this game, if you look at the way Osasuna plays, Osasuna also opens up, wants to get a goal, and that is what Barca likes. When you have a team who also plays like that, it opens the game. So I'm looking at over 2.5 and Barca win.
The Liga
Mm.
fixtures on Sunday. Celta Vigo game.
Another difficult fixture. Celta Vigo with Girona. I'll go for both teams to score. Yeah. Girona will score and Celta Vigo too might score. So to be safe, I'll go for both teams to score.
Yeah, so both teams like to play this high intensity game. They like to score more goals. So I think I'm going to go 1.5 for both teams over 1.5.
Okay, so for me, I think I'll go for over 2.5 in that game. And then we have Athletic Club versus Sevilla.
It looks like this week the La Liga has some interesting fixtures. Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very interesting fixtures. Athletic Club playing at home against Sevilla.
yeah.
Nico Williams, Inaki Williams. A double chance for Athletic Club, yeah. A double chance for Athletic Club for me.
With the recent injury of Saul, I think it would affect the Sevilla club. But then I know that the Sevilla too can get a goal looking at the Atletico Bilbao's defense. So I think both teams score.
I think I'll also go double chance for Athletic Club. And then we have Real Betis versus Espanyol.
Betis win. Yeah, it's a win for Real Betis.
I'll go for the goals to over 2.5.
I also go for goals over 1.5. Definitely. And then we have the Real Derby, Atletico de Madrid. Real Madrid. It's a derby. What is going to come this weekend? But
Difficult game. Very, very difficult game to predict. But I don't think Madrid would like to drop another point. So for me, I think they'll go all in to get the 3 points. Though it's a derby and you know Atletico Madrid to be very, very stubborn side, but I think Madrid are slight favorites ahead of Atletico Madrid in this encounter. So I'll go for Real Madrid to straight win. But I can't tell you the goals and I can't predict, anytime goal scorer. But I feel with the exclusion of Kylian Mbappe, yeah, Madrid will win. Yeah, Real Madrid win.
Yeah, so one thing you should know is that Atletico Madrid was able to score Real Madrid home and away last season. And they are looking forward to do it again. So it's a very simple win for Atletico Madrid.
and for me, I think it's going to be over 2.5 because Atletico Madrid will defend, help Madrid will get goals, and also Atletico Madrid will get a goal in that game as well. And I think that is the end for La Liga. AC Milan, Lecce.
Yeah, it's a win for AC Milan. They are playing at home.
Yeah,
Just last weekend they scored Inter Milan, I think 2-1. So I think their form is not that bad. So coming into this game against Lecce, I feel like AC Milan is going to win this game. And
Yeah, so
maybe Tammy Abraham will be on the score sheet.
in order to beef up the odds, because I think the odds will be small for AC Milan, you can go over 1.5 and AC Milan win.
AC Milan will score over 1.5 goals in the game. Maybe Christian Pulisic scoring. And then Saturday fixtures of the Serie A. We have Udinese Inter.
Looking
Inter
at
Milan
Inter
will
this,
Milan.
not.
that
Inter
is
Milan will not drop.
one of the most difficult games you can actually see, because when it comes to Udinese, you might think that they are easy to walk over. Inter Milan too just lost their game with AC Milan, so it's going to be a very dicey game. But then in order to be safe, I think you should go with goals. That is, or 1.5 will be the safest bet to do.
Double for Inter Milan.
a straight win for Inter Milan. Yeah.
Okay, Juventus.
Yeah, Juventus to win, and Yilmaz might be on the score sheet. Yilmaz. So Juventus to win and Yilmaz to score is a likely option.
I think I'll go for Juventus win over 1.5.
I think I'll give Juve double chance. I don't trust them like that. Bologna, Atlanta.
Difficult game.
Looking at how I
Uh,
suffered last match with Atlanta losing to Como, I think I'm not going to go for Atlanta anymore. This game I'm going to just go with goals over 2.5 because both teams are scoring teams, and I think that is what is going to happen over 2.5.
yeah, Atalanta to win either half. Either they win the first half or the second half. So that's how I see it. It's a difficult game. So Atlanta to win either half.
I think in general I'll go over 2.5 goals in the game.
Okay.
Even though Italy they don't actually score, but these days it's like the trend is changing. So
Yeah.
I'm going for over 2.5. Sunday Serie A fixtures. Torino versus Lazio.
Mhm. I think over 2.5 goals. Over 2.5 goals in this game.
I think both teams to score in this match.
I'll give straight win to Lazio. Como versus Hellas Verona.
Double chance for Como. Yeah.
Let me just
Very,
say what you want to say.
very interesting. They broke my heart, but then I think both teams to score. Both teams to score be
I
safe.
think with what Como has done this weekend, was it midweek? I think I will go for Como. I
Straight
think they
win.
will win that game. Yeah, straight win for Como.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Roma versus Venezia.
Roma in Venezia. Roma to win.
Change of coaches, yes, Roma to win.
I also think Roma to win. But then I'll give Roma double chance for sure. And Empoli Fiorentina.
Double chance for Fiorentina.
Two teams who like scoring unnecessarily. Over 2.5.
I'll give them over 1.5. Napoli Monza.
Napoli to win. Straight win for Napoli.
I think Monza is playing right now as we are doing the video. They started very well, 1-0. I think both teams to score.
I think straight win. I'm giving Napoli straight win. Dortmund versus Bochum.
Last week they lost. I don't want to see them losing again this week. That's what I want. I don't want to see. So Borussia Dortmund is winning this game, maybe 2-0 or 2-1. Yeah.
So Dortmund versus Bochum, I think Dortmund win over 1.5.
I think the entire game over 2.5. Yeah. And then on Saturday we have Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Union Berlin.
Borussia Mönchengladbach, Union Berlin looks like over 2.5 game. Yeah. Both teams to score over 2.5.
Yeah, same thing. Both teams to score over 2.5.
Why are we all agreeing on the same thing? Both teams to score over 2.5. I think this is
Yeah.
the first time we are able to agree
Yeah,
on
because
one
the
game.
game looks like both sides will score, but yeah, the number of goals will not be
One thing
like
about Bundesliga is there's a lot of goals.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
if you get scoring teams, usually everybody wants to get a goal. So that's what happens.
So RB Leipzig over Wolfsburg.
I'll be Leipzig, Augsburg. Augsburg.
Wolfsburg.
Leipzig to win. A straight win for RB Leipzig.
I think Leipzig to win and over 1.5.
I think Leipzig to win over 2.5. Bayern Munich versus the defending champions, Bayern Leverkusen.
A cracker this weekend. A cracker this week. Bayern Munich playing against Bayern Leverkusen. Last season, we all saw what they did, to Bayern last season. For me, I feel like this game is going to be. It looks like a draw game, but Bayern are a bit, favorite in this game. So I'll give Bayern Munich a double chance in this game. Yeah, Bayern Munich to win or draw. Yeah.
I think I will go for goals in this game, maybe over
And the
1.5.
game.
A lot of odds for you. You need to watch and then pick the ones that you want to get or you want to bet for. And hey, as we said, your wins and your losses are not our responsibilities. So go in for it, make something out of the market, and let's see your comments in the market. Predictions for sure, Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, and Serie A. And if you just join us and you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and we're going to see you in the next video.